name is Erin Briley, and I'm a recovering addict. I was in a car accident in 2002. I injured my back. I started seeing doctor. It started just as like taking Vicodin and Percocet. It just progressed. Started taking more than prescribed, more frequently than recommended. It just took off from there. Eventually, I ended up at a pain management clinic where I was being prescribed oxycodone and fentanyl patches. So I was definitely stronger. So my tolerance just kept rising and rising. Then I was cut off. I no longer had access to prescriptions. My medical records were seized, so no doctor would even think about, they thought I was pill seeking. And I was really dope sick one day, and I tried heroin, and it took off from there. They said that my son tested positive for Schedule II narcotic, which was opiates. He had to be weaned down on methadone, so he was in the neonatal ICU for 12 days. And they helped him with his withdrawals. And social services became involved. They called them, and they came out, and I told them that I had another child. And they said, well, where is your daughter? And they took her that night. They were going to take her to immediate placement. So my mom came and got Lena and took her. But she said that she didn't have it in her to take care of a newborn. So my son was released from the hospital to foster parents. After I lost my kids, I really fell into a depression. Like, I felt hopeless. I didn't have anything going for me. Nothing was turning around. Nothing was going my way. I no longer had my prescriptions available. So that's when it really got ugly. Then we resorted to trying to make easy money. By ripping people off, breaking into cars at health clubs or parks, things like that, and taking their purse and then charging up all the credit cards before they could turn them off, and then selling and trading the material items for dope, for money to try to maintain a house. Then shit hit the fan in Douglas County, and I guess they had surveillance pictures of me in a file, and they were called to the location that I was at, and I got arrested. I ended up finding out while I was in Douglas County, Denver County Police raided my house, and from what they found in there, they pressed charges, the identical charges as Douglas. A detective called me, told me that you're being charged in Denver County, you need to make arrangements and turn yourself in. So I turned myself in to a $250,000 bond, $250,000. So I knew I was done, that it was then and now that I was going to have to kick it officially. And since then, I have maintained my sobriety. Every day is a struggle, but that's not the life for me. I would never go back. I have everything to lose. I have my kids. they would terminate my parental rights if I was to get any sort of community corrections sentence of a halfway house or Department of Corrections, DOC, which would be prison. They would terminate my parental rights there's closed adoption in the state of Colorado. So I would not be able to contact my children or even know where they are till the age of 18. There's things that I haven't done with my children, and my daughter in a year now, and my son ever. So like putting them down for a nap, giving them a bath, things of that sort. So it's really been a lot of fun. I've came a long way. I really have a lot of support as far as family, that I was estranged from. Now I'm in contact with my family, and they're willing to help me as long as I'm willing to help myself and maintain my sobriety and stay on the right track. And in the beginning, the only reason I was staying clean was for my kids. But since then, I've learned that that's not always enough, that it has to be for me, that I have to want to be clean for me. So I'm trying to work on that I carry around a lot of guilt for what's happened. I never imagined in a million years my life going to the gutter. And that's exactly where it was. I was on the streets, doing dirt to survive, to have food, to have a place to stay. Wasn't in contact with any of my family or friends because I was so ashamed of myself. Maybe I know God has a plan for me, that this was all a blessing in disguise, because what if my next time I slammed, what if I would have OD'd? What if, I would have got a hot shot? It's just, there's no future with an addiction that severe. It's just insane. My scars are healing. But yet I have to look at them every day. I have to explain them to people. You can make it through. You can. Even if you think that you have nothing to live for, yet you're still living, things can turn around. And you just have to have hope and maintain faith that, everything will work out in the end. What will be, will be. My wish is that me and my children will remain together. And that I won't ever have to resort to any sort of crime to provide for my family or myself or my needs. And never go back to dope. That's my plan.